What's up guys, welcome to today's video. This is a quick gear review of the MBT15 mini matte box from TILTA. So this matte box has been out for a while. I bought it when it first came out. Now my issue with doing delayed gear reviews is normally I don't buy gear to review them on YouTube. I buy gear to use it. So sometimes I review it after the hype dies down. But let's get into this and let's take a look because I want to give you guys my opinion on whether or not I think that this is worth investing in and if it is something you can use in a professional environment. Now, this is very budget friendly at $99, and I think with it being a lightweight mini matte box, really its closest competitors are the Bright Tangerine Misfit, which is about 4 times the price, and the Polar Pro Base Camp, which is about 5 times the price, around $500 or $600, I think. This is significantly cheaper, and it comes with quite a bit of stuff. So let's take a look at what it comes with. So when you first open it up, you can tell it's all packaged really nicely. I put all this back in there. Like I said, I have been using this. It comes just like this. It comes with an 82mm lens adapter. It comes with a 72mm lens adapter. It comes with a 67mm lens adapter and a 77mm lens adapter. Now, TILTA has said that they're going to make other lens adapters other than these, but you have to order those separate from the kit. So up here in the top left corner, top right for you guys, you get 2 Allen keys, which TILTA is normally pretty good with always putting the tools that you need for assembly with the stuff that they give you, whether it's a camera cage, something like this, or their follow focuses. Up here in this little spot, you have this little TILTA 15mm rod adapter. So this little adapter, this part right here, clips onto your matte box and it tightens it down. This right here works as a swing arm. So you can swing your matte box away from your camera lens to do lens changes. And you would put your camera rail or your 15mm rail right through there and then use this to tighten it down. So this is a pretty significant piece. This is pretty awesome that it comes with this. A lot of matte boxes don't normally come with all these bits and pieces. But me, for my application, I don't really use this piece. It kind of gets in my way. The matte box is easy enough to take on and off the lens for lens changes, so I'm not too worried about that. Right up here, you get a rail. You get a 15mm rail, so it actually comes with that, and it comes with a way to secure it to the cage or secure it to your camera, however you want to do it. Normally what you would do is you would secure this little 3/8 Allen screw plus a safety pin to the bottom of your camera cage. And then when you tighten this down, it has an Allen key right here, an Allen screw here. You tighten that down, it holds your 15mm rail in there, and then you would put this on there, and then that's how you would work this whole system right here. So I don't use this and I don't use this, but it's nice to have if I didn't already have the pieces I need attached to my cage. And I'll show you guys how I attach it to mine in just a minute. But next thing you got is you have your warranty cards. Like I said, it's a $99 matte box. Maybe you want to save this and register your product and all that. And then you have your matte box itself. So when you first look at this, you're going to notice how lightweight it is. It is made out of like a light plastic, and your flag is made out of like aluminum. It has this carbon fiber print on it, but I'm pretty sure this is an all aluminum build on the front. Now, one thing that's cool is not all matte boxes come with the flags, right? So luckily this one did. That's another reason this is a very budget friendly thing, is it is literally a plug and play, right? Everything you need comes in the box for you to just set up and go. When you look at this, you have a lock on top. This lock, if you move it to the unlock position, it's going to allow you to open your flag. That's going to allow your flag to move freely, slam down, whatever. Now, if you move it, open your flag, put it back in the lock position, it's going to allow that flag to stay up, right? If you move it in the middle, or even in the lock position, or unlock it, and you can move this flag any way you want, you can move it halfway, and then that allows you to cut light, right? So it allows you to move this flag at any degree that you want. You can move this in the lock position and flag off if you want to go flagless for whatever reason. You can totally get rid of that. Easy to put on, put off. That just slips right in there. And then once you lock it down, it stays. This matte box is meant for ND filters or filters that are 4x5. They're the long ones that essentially would fill up this entire tray. It has a channel here that allows you to slide those filters in, and it has this little spring screw, right? You just pull back on that, and it has a little nub that pops in and out. I know that's kind of hard to see. There's a little nub that pops in and out that holds your filters in. I don't use those filters. There are things that I think are overly expensive, and the 4x5 ND filters I think are overly expensive for what they are. Now, if you can include the price of those in a shoot, like a production cost that you have a producer and they want a gear list, I would buy those. Or if you can include them in a rental cost that a producer is going to pay for or the client's going to pay for, I would buy those. Those are much easier to swap in and out than using like a screw-on type filter. But that's what I've been using with mine, is screw-on type filters. So this is great for putting on your smaller body cameras. You guys know that I am a Blackmagic fanboy, and I absolutely love the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. With the 4K though, you have a multitude of different kinds of lenses, but if you want to get a cine lens, you're basically looking at Vadra's, Rokinons, or you're looking at the mica lenses. So mica lenses are the Vadra clones. This is what I like because it's hard to get Vadra's. Again, Vadra's are overpriced when you can buy a mica lens. Even though I love the Vadra's, these look just the same, if not better, than the Vadra's did. The reason I'm saying that is these lenses actually have a 77 millimeter lens diameter. So we actually get the 77 mil in our kit. So what that's going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to screw our 77 mil right on the front, pop this on, and now we're good to go, right? Just like that. And it looks perfect on a smaller body camera like this. I would even use this on a mirrorless camera or a DSLR, and it wouldn't look out of place, wouldn't look too crazy, too big. Now, you ask, if I'm not buying the filters, what am I going to use? Like I said, I'm going to use a VND. So I have a 77 millimeter of one of these Gobies. And the way we're going to do this is we have to do a couple more steps. So we take our 77 mil and we put it on here, just like so. Then we're going to take this, put it on, and then we have an adapter ring from K&F Concept. It is a 77 mil to 72 mil, and then we have a 72 mil stepping it back up to 77 mil. Now, K&F Concept, they're one of those third-party brands. They make all sorts of camera gear, and any kind of like camera extras that you can get, K&F Concept has available. You can check them out on Amazon. And I bought all of these camera adapter rings right here. It was like 12 bucks or something like that. And then this is going to allow me to adapt any lens to anything ever. They literally send you all of these for $12, and you almost never need another lens step up or step down ring in your life. Now, the reason I'm going to do this two-step process is if you just had a regular ND, you could just shove it in there and you could screw it onto your filter threads that are down in your lens, because you would be able to get to them. Me, on the other hand, I like to use variable NDs, right? So the variable ND, if I shove it all the way in there, I won't be able to adjust the variable part. I won't be able to get my fingers in here on this thread and adjust it until I put my lens adapter rings in there, my step up and step down rings. So what I'm doing is, this is 77 millimeter. So I'm going to take 77 millimeter, turn that to 72 millimeter. And then I'm going to take that 72 millimeter, because I'm using a step down ring first from 77 to 72. And I'm going to use a step up ring on that from 72 millimeter to 77 millimeter. So it looks just like that. I hope you guys can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and screw my 77 millimeter variable ND filter. This is good for you guys that want to like buy the Peter McKinnon thing, or you've already invested in the Peter McKinnon V&D and you're like, oh crap, now I don't have enough money for a legitimate matte box. I have to buy the TILTA Mini, which to me this is legitimate, but I can't go buy the bright tangerine because I already bought the $500 Peter McKinnon V&D. What am I gonna do? You're gonna do this. It works perfectly fine. So now we're gonna take that, shove it in there, and screw it down. All right, it's in there. So now you've got your variable ND. And if you can see that, I can still stick my finger in there and I can spin that ring all the way around if you need to get in there and do that. So far, so good. It's been rugged enough. I'll set my camera already rigged out like this in my bag. I'll take the monitor off the top, put the monitor in its own sleeve like this, and then take the battery off. I can set this down in my bag just like this, and then I can pull it out and it's ready to go, right? This has been banged around in my bag. Like I said, I don't ever put it back in the padded box. And so far, so good. You know, it's still going. And when it fails, it's only $99, right? So that's not a big investment. So me personally, I highly recommend you pick one up. Like I said, it's not a big investment. If you don't like it, return it, or just keep it as a spare, or put it on a smaller mirrorless camera, something maybe you just want to use for YouTube. But I would be completely fine going on a professional shoot or a paid shoot with this and not feeling like, you know, I'm bringing toys on set. So yeah, so I would say that the mini matte box from TILTA is a must buy. I highly recommend it. If you guys have one, let me know how long it's lasted you. If you've broke one, if it's good, if it served you well, put it down in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. And yeah, as far as that goes, that's pretty much it on this. We'll be back to review this guy in the next couple videos. And as always, guys, remember, stay rad and just go shoot. I'll catch you on the next one.